Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Are you struggling with reorder paragraph question in PT? So you feel confused about how to find the correct sequence quickly. So don't worry, in today's video I'm going to solve 10 reorder paragraphs step by step, and I'll show you the exact strategy that help you score high in PT Academic. And let's start this video. So here is for example, so we can't write first. For example, a reaction, yeah, can be. Another example, no. This process, before process, anything else. So we can't drag here this process. We can't write it is mixed. So it is like anything else before. So a reaction that needs some type of energy to make it go is said to be endothermic. It takes in energy. So this is the first general idea. So here is, for example, the sherbet you used for a chapter problem on page 25 is a mixture of baking soda and citric acid. So this is the second one. So here is the general idea, main topic. This is the example of it. And after that, another example. No, we can't write here. This process is the endothermic, taking the heat energy from the surrounding and cooling the injured part of your body. In this way, cold pack act as an ice pack, and wet it is the mixed water in your mouth. And so in the both we have to write one. I think this one. It referred to the sherbet from the sentence A, and so E must come after A. Why sherbet feel colds? So here is the explanation, and it connect back to the endothermic reaction. Here. And after that, B. Another example of the endothermic reaction, and the key is another example. And this tell us we already had one example, sherbet, and now we are introducing a second example. So after this one, then only one, so we have to write drag this one, drag here, and now we should check the answer. Yes, so CAEPD. So first of all, definition, then example, and then explanation of the example one, then example two, then example of the explanation of two. Very logical structure here, guys. So here is second one. So first of all, you see the final draft. So final means last sentence. The source should be cited, APA guide, APA style, final. Here is also final. So these two come together. The topic you should choose should be supported by the range of source. Here, this one, A. A requirement of humanities 104 is to write a persuasive paper on the topic of your choice. So you should select this one. Then this one, because here is about choice topic. So here the topic you choose should be supported by a range of source. So after that, here is source, EPA guidance, EPA style. So these are sources. Then final draft is due on week before the final exam. So final draft should be this one, A. So answer should be D, C, B, A. Let's check. D, C, B, A. And go on the next one. T, toad, sloth, for example. So here is an example. So anything explained before. So no A and no, we can't write in the first. So here is starting with and. Now. So now means before anything talked about the past. So we can't write now. Studies using this type of study before talked. So A, this one first. A technology for recording brainwaves in wild animals awaken a more sophisticated understanding of the function of sleep. Function of sleep. So studies using miniature sleep recording devices known as the neurologists have already challenged long-term belief about the sleeping habit. So here is sleep. Here is talk about sleeping habit. Mm, yeah. So after that, this interlinked with each other. Sleeping habit, sloth, and birds. So these are keywords. So sloth, for example, sleep far less than one's thought. So after that, this one. Then, so here is two. So we have to read both. Can be almost entirely without sleep during a 3 week pre-season. So here is a sleep far less than one's thought. So 3 week breeding season helping maximize success at the time. So here is a time like once or for less than. So here is also talking about time. So we can do here. So this is the last one. He talked about any study. There is mentioned the university. So this is the last one. So you can read here for full paragraph. So how can you think about it? So these are all sentence interlinked with each other. So you can take time to read it. After that, I'll do the next one. And I can explain more about it if you're confused with this paragraph. But you can do by yourself and think about it. I'm waiting. Technology, studies. So, so here is a first sentence about technology for recording brainwave in the wild animal awakens a more sophisticated understanding of sleep. So this is board and introduce the main topic: technology, brainwave, and sleep. After that, move to the research impact. So here's the research impact. So this connect perfectly with technology from the sentence E. Okay. Introduces the technology, then explain what studies using that technology have discovered. Okay. And after that, three-toed sloth, for example. So key here keyword is for example, and it must follow a journal statement. D mention challenged several long-held belief and gives a specific example of that. After that, mail sandpapers. So keyword use and means this cannot start a paragraph. It adds another example. Okay. And final development is C. So here is a now John Lasco are using neurologists and keyword is now. So present going research and a shift from the past finding to correct investigation. And so this word best as a conclusion. So final structure like introduction, findings, example one, example two, then current research. So that's all. And we have to do next one. Click to start. So so manufacturers such as, so here is a like such as an example. So we can't write the first at the same time. So at the same time we can't write first. We can't do first. After World War II, especially in the North America, there was a boom in a general aviation, both private and commercial. So I think this one can be first. Mm, So we can do here. Then after World War II, especially in the North America, there was a boom in general aviation, both private and commercial. As a thousand of pilots were released from the military service and much inexpensive war surplus transport and training aircraft become available. So manufacturers such as a Kestner, Piper, and Beechcraft expanded production to provide light aircraft for a new middle class market. So after that, this one. After that, I will explain how. Class market. By the 1950s, the development of civil jets grew, beginning with Holland Comet. First widely used passenger jet was the Boeing 707 because it was a much more economical than other aircraft at that time. At the same time, yeah. So this one can be first, then this one. You can read whole paragraph and match the information, and after that I can explain this one too. So you can pause the video to read whole paragraph. So I'm going to explain now. So this is clear set. So first of all, here is a time after the World War II, and and main topic aviation boom and the whole idea. So C must be first. So after that, manufacturer such as the Cessna. So this explain what happened due to the aviation boom mentioned in the C. So war ended, logical flow, war ended, and aviation increased, and manufacturers expanded production. And move forward in time D. So by the 1950s. So notice the timeline after World War. So first World War, after the World War Second, so it was around 1940s, like mid 1940s, and by the 1950s, so it come at the third position. So this show chronological progression, and we talk about the development of civil jets. So after A can be D. At the same time, important clue, at the same time, refer to the 1950s period mentioned in the day. It adds another development happening at the same time. So also sentence start with at the same time, however, and. So usually cannot start a paragraph with this one. So this is always at the last. So logical structure here, historical background, this one. Then industry response, manufacturer expand. After that, technological advancement here and parallel innovation here at the same time. Okay, got it? CADB. Can you see? So, next one. Uh, so long as so all animal have a strong exploratory urge, but for some it is a more crucial than others. Can be this one at the first. So long as no, it depends. No, if they no, we can't write first. The non-specialist, however, no. So first of all, A. All animals have a strong exploratory urge, but for some it is more crucial than others. First, so after that, we have to match the information. It depends on how specialized they have become during the course of evolution. After that, this one. Then I will explain how. They have become during the. So, if they have put all their efforts into the perfection of one survival trick, they do not bother so much with the journal complexities of the world around them. After that, this one. So long as the ant eater had its aunt and koala bear had gum leaves, then they are satisfied and the living is easy. So after that, This one. At the end, the non-specialist, however, opportunity to the animal world, they never afford to relax. So this is the whole structure. You should read first, and then I will tell how it is possible, the structure, and you should read it first of all. So all animal has a strong explanatory urge. For the some it is the more crucial than others. It depends on how specialized they have become during the course of evolution. If they have put all their efforts into the perfection of one survival trick, then do not bother too much with the general complexity of the world around them. As long as the ant eater had it, the ant and koala bear had gum leaves, and they are satisfied, and living is easy. So, so there is a effort to survival trick. So here is a written survival trick. Gum leaves and satisfied, living is easy. So the non-specialist, however, the opportunity to the animal world, and they never afford to relax. So this is not to, we can not write it. It is before at the first sentence, because here is the mention, however, and this is completely opposite of this sentence. And we should check the answers. A, C, D, B, E. And after that, some student know, they know, whatever the reason, know, all over the world. Yes, they know. So first one is D. All over the world, students are changing countries for their university studies. So they are changing countries for their university. So what happened? Some students go overseas because they love travel. No, they don't. They don't all have the same reason for going or for choosing a particular place to study. So changing country don't all have the same reason. Going, changing countries. So these are can be similar. We should read these two. Whatever the reason, so reason and reason. No. So here for choosing a particular place to study, they may choose a university because of interesting course, or perhaps because they like to country and its language. Yeah. So this one, that's the second. All over the world, students are changing countries for their university studies, and they don't all have the same reasons for going or choosing a particular place to study. They may choose a university because of its interesting courses, or perhaps because they like the country and its language. So this one is clear, very clear. After that, some students go overseas because they love travel. Whatever the reason, thousands of students each year make their dreams of university education come true. So this one here, after that one. So here is the reason. These are the reason. So first of all, changing the country. Reason for going choosing a place to study. Don't all like like to choosing for the study, and they choose some interesting course, some like country. So here is some like to love travel, and some reason here is mentioned. D, B, E, A, C. Yeah, all correct. Next, practically speaking, no. Some perspective, no. All the expert like journalists try to fear. I think this one. Although experts like journalists are expected to be unbiased, they invariably share the system biases of the disciplines and the cultures in which they work. Journalists try to be fair and objective by representing all sides of issue, particular issue. And some perspective ultimately are not included. So, practically speaking, however, it is about the difficulty to present all side of an issue, as it to invite candidate from all political parties to president debate. Some perspective ultimately are not included. So, perspective ultimately. So this one is come here after that one. So these are come together and those one also come together. Presenting all side of particular issues. So here is the opposite information. Practically speaking, however, it is about too difficult to present all side of issues, as it invite a candidate from all political parties to a presidential debate. So some perspective ultimately are not included. So makes sense. So here we can see the answers to submit it. Yeah, A, B, C, D, C, D. Yeah. Next one. Mm, equally no, because so no. Many think the best way. No, we can't do here first these three, and this may seem no. Anyone wanting to get to the top of international business, medicine, or academia, but possible not sport, needed to be able to speak English to a pretty high level. Yeah, so this is the main idea. So it is about speak English. After that, this one sometimes no, not this one. Any native English speaker wanted to deal with these new high achievers needed to know how to talk without buckling them. So high level English. So here is the main topic. They want to learn high level of English. Why? Because they know how to talk without buffling them. So this is the make sense. So so there is the reason, because so the many English speaker today are monoglots and they have little idea how difficult it is to master another language. So after that, this one. Many think the So here is the many English speakers. So here is many think best way to make foreigners understand is it to be chatty and informal. Mastering another language. Best way to make foreigners understand is to be chatty and informal. This may seem friendly like chatty and informal. So we seem to be friendly, as it probably involves using colloquial expression. It make comprehension harder. This one is here. So submit it to check the answers. AEDCB. Correct. The main tumbler having a no. The fire lasting 4 days. No, but no. At 5 or 12 a.m. on April 18, the people of, yeah, so here is the time mention, date mention, and give the introduction of something. So at 5:12 on April 18, 1906, the people of the San Francisco were occurred by an earthquake would devastate the city. First, the cities. This can be fast. The main Templar having a 7.7, 7.9 magnitude lasted about 1 minute and was the result of the tearing of the northernmost to 96 miles of mile fault. So here is the all think about earthquake result of this one. Here is the mentioned time and uh, magnitude, all things, miles. So after that, so here is all calculation about the earthquake. Yeah. So but when the calculating destruction, the earthquake took second place to the great fire that followed. So fire that followed the fire. So we have to do this one here. At the third number up. This is the last one. The fire lasted 4 days, most likely started with the broken gas lines. Mm, so that one can be last. So here is the harm the people, harm the properties, all thing covered fire, but not the earthquake damage. So you should check the answer first. DACB. Next one is the last one. So back in 2008, a small company in San Francisco called Airplane had a dream. So fast forward 2016. It no, this one no. People with the spare bedroom would welcome to strangers into their home and share restaurant recommendations with them for a small fee. So first should be this one. Because here is the mention old time period as compared to this one. So Back in 28, a small company in San Francisco uh, called Urban had a dream. So what dream? So we had to find a dream. So no, here is no, I think this one. People with spare bedroom would welcome stranger into their home and share restaurant recommendations with them for a small fees. This is the dream. After that, we should mention again time period. Fast forward to 2016, and the big successful is considered a mainstay of what we now call the sharing economy. It is also the business that define the mentality of the millennial. So here is the sharing economy. Economy is a business. So first of all, the dream is here, and this is the sharing economy, and economy is a business. So these are interlinked linked with each other. So we should submit and check the answers. ADEC. Bye bye, guys, and please like and share my video. Thank you so much.